On a rainy day in Washington, pomp and ceremony attend the formal reception of Philippine President Ferdinand E. Marcos. President Marcos begins his state visit with high praise for President Johnson's firm stand in Asia.
Countries like Brazil, Philippines, Indonesia, all throughout Central America, still have these intensely violent and intensely effective anti-communist myths, often based on explicit lies going back well into the beginning of the 20th century. And Jair Bolsonaro, the president of Brazil, this is a great example. He came to power on the explicit promise that he would resuscitate the ideology of Brazil's dictatorship. And he had said very explicitly out loud on television that it would require the murder of 30,000 innocent Brazilians in order for the country to move forward.
The Jakarta method even influenced domestic politics in the U.S.
One very often overlooked part of this story is that young Barack Obama moved to Indonesia in the late 60s because of this mass murder. His stepfather was called back to Jakarta, as were many Indonesians that were living abroad during this turbulent time. And he and his mother went with him. That's why Barack Obama lived for a time in Indonesia. That's where these rumors that he was a Muslim came from, just because he was living in a Muslim country at the time. I think that Barack Obama's early life was profoundly shaped by this experience and living in a country that had just been torn apart by this kind of horrible violence.
The violence made possible by the Jakarta method can't be undone, but Bevin says it's tempting to think about what might